Okay, here we have Entrust, and this is my third or fourth time trying to make the voiceover for this video. In the last 10 or 11 days since I've been able to ride, I've obviously completely forgotten how to do this. So hopefully the fourth time is the charm and I managed to make all my words make sense. So Entrust is a beautiful 16 three-hand, 6-year-old thoroughbred gelding by Micromanage, which is a Medaglia d'Oro line. And I love everything about the way this horse is put together. He is absolutely gorgeous. His neck set is beautiful, and it lends itself to him just making a lovely a lovely frame. I'm still having trouble with the words, but I'm going to press on. He ran 24 times. He last started on August 8th of 2025, and he got snapped up right away by an amateur in New York, and I saw some video of her riding him in the fall, and they look fantastic. Really cute. Walk, trot, canter, going around the ring over ground poles and things like that. In New York, just like in Maryland, really, but of course it's worse in New York. Winter came early and it came hard, and where she is, she doesn't have any access to an indoor or any sort of good surface to ride on. So he's just been sitting for the last couple of months, and so that's really why he's here. And so he's obviously a lovely, talented young horse, and I really would like to see him go to somebody who, has access and the ability to continue to develop him through the winter. So if you're not in a warmer climate, hopefully you have some sort of indoor access if you're anywhere kind of north of me in Maryland, because I've never had such a hard time riding through the winter in Maryland as I'm having this winter. So I really can't imagine trying to do it any further north than where I am right now. So obviously this is sort of a unorthodox first ride. Billy has been working nonstop on the footing in the ring to try and make it rideable. And I actually could ride in it finally today, later in the afternoon, but this was still the morning. And so the puddles in the ring were still frozen. It was way too icy to ride in when I got on Entrust. So he also, as a backup plan, cleared the space in a field for me, and the field drains better than the ring, of course, because it's dirt. And so the footing in the field was frozen this morning, which actually kind of helped because it wasn't muddy, which it got later in the day as things defrosted, but it was frozen and not icy. He got all the snow off of it, so it was a little bit bumpy and uneven. And I didn't canter on it because it just didn't feel right to canter on. It was just a little pressing my luck, but it was perfectly fine for a balanced, sensible horse to do some walking and trotting around in it. And I guess I could have cantered, but it just seemed like an unnecessary risk. The footing in the ring should be fine all day tomorrow, so we'll do a second ride tomorrow and we will canter. I'm sure the canter is lovely when a horse goes like this and makes such a beautiful shape, a nice uphill outline. The horse is going to have a beautiful canter. So he's in the Hermspringer duo. He wants to be soft and round and make the right shape all on his own. He's really light in the hands, so I really like this bit on him right now. He's quite lovely both directions. I would say probably the left comes to him, the bend to the left comes to him a little bit more naturally right now, but after we worked at it for a minute or so to the right, he really got it nicely. So he's quite an even horse. He was incredibly sensible about doing all of this out here in the field and doing his very first ride here, and his first ride in a while. I'm not sure exactly how long, but at least several weeks or a month or so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting on him again tomorrow and doing some more, because it's pretty nice when they go like this the first time you sit on them, and especially in a little bit of a bizarre environment. The footing was fine for this. It's not like I didn't feel like I was doing anything risky as we were doing this, but well, obviously the ground is not even, so you got some bumpiness and it's just not quite the norm. So I thought he did an excellent job of handling all of that. And my goodness, he is just beautiful. So since he's been here, he's been clipped. He's probably going to get his feet done this week. He wasn't quite due last week. He's standing really nicely on cross ties. He loads well. He travels well. He's a really well-adjusted thoroughbred who's been off the track for a couple of months. So for anybody who sort of wants to skip that process of them losing their thoroughbred body and sort of finding their non-racehorse bod, he's already kind of gone through that. He's in great condition. He has no vices, no injuries. Obviously, he's a really cute mover. I just think that, and he's gorgeous. I mean, obviously having some stockings and a blaze never hurt anybody. I was really pleased with him here at the end of our ride because he relaxed so much that he started searching for the stretch. And I think, the footing had been better, and you see he just sort of tripped because there's a little divot in the field right there. I think we would have had an easier time getting a little further along with this. But it was a great sign that he ended the ride by sort of wanting to take the reins out of my hand and lower his frame and really relax and just be really light and soft and round and find some nice swing without any sort of tension or anxiety. So I was really pleased with him, and I can't wait to sit on him again tomorrow. This is him on cross ties before we went for a ride. He's been very good on cross ties. He absolutely loves his treats. We have to keep the treats a little bit on the DL because he is spoiled, and if you give him too many treats, he does want to start pawing a little bit. So not too many treats, but other than that, he's been very well behaved.